Hello friends, I am Amruta and welcome to my channel Learn Simply with Amruta. Today we are here to learn the LCM of two numbers and how to write algorithm, how to write pseudocode to find out LCM of two numbers. So if you like this video, please subscribe and share my video. Let us learn the LCM of two numbers. Basically, what is LCM? What is the long form of LCM? So LCM is least common multiplier. Okay, so what is this? What is LCM? Least common multiple is the smallest integer which is divided by both of a given pair of integers. Now just take example LCM of 15 and 20. So you need to find out the least common multiple of 15 and 20. Okay, least means what? The smallest common multiple, right? Now there are many multiples or common multiples of 15 and 20, but what we want smallest one, correct? So the smallest one is 60 here, right? So how to find out this LCM? So to find out the LCM, what simple thing you need to do is just write down the table of 15 and 20 simply. Okay, just write down the table of 15. I'll write here table of 15 so that from the table we can find out the common multiples. 60, 75, 90, 105, so on. Okay. Now the common multiples of the multiples of 20. So it is 20, 40, 60, 80, 100 and so on. Okay, up to 200. So these are here I have written the table of 15 and 20. Now from the table we need to find out the common multiples. Okay, the common numbers which are common in table of 15 and table of 20. So these are not common. 15, 13, 30, 45. Okay, 60 is common. So 60 is there in 20 table also. So these are not common, but 60 is common. Again, if you go further, you will find these are not common numbers from the tables. So there is only a number which is common in both the tables, that is 60. So we can say least common multiple is 60. Correct. So this is about the LCM, simple calculation of LCM. Now when you are writing a code, when you are writing a program to find out the LCM, see, one thing I wanted to tell you through this video. Okay, here we are learning the LCM, or we are learning GCD, or we are learning prime numbers. These are small factors or small concepts which you can use to write a large programs, big programs. Somewhere you might be having some problem statements where you need to calculate the LCM, and to calculate the LCM you have to use GCD concept as well, and to find out or to calculate the GCD somewhere you need to use the concept of prime number as well. So in a large problem statement you will use these small concepts from the number theory, and that is why here I am teaching you these small concepts and how to implement these small concepts in the pseudocode, or how to write algorithm for these small concepts. So with the help of those small algorithms you can write a larger programs. Okay, so here while writing algorithm for LCM you can write algorithm or a code with the help of two concepts, or two ways. First way is you can use simple loop structure, that is for loop, or we can use while loop, right? We can go with simple loop, or another way is we can use GCD. That means with the help of calculating GCD, we can find out the LCM. So today I'm going to show you both the examples, both the concepts. Now first is using the simple loop. So here you can see how we are using a simple loop. We are using while loop here. You can use for loop as well, but we are using while loop because while loop is easy to use these types of conditions, right? So what we are doing here in the pseudocode, first of all, we are trying to find out the maximum number out of two numbers of which we are going to calculate LCM. Okay, so we are going to find out the maximum number with the help of simple statement, conditional statement, and we will find out the maximum number, right? Then we are using a loop structure for what? For the purpose to check the condition. What is the condition? Condition is whatever maximum number you got here, you need to take a mod of that maximum number with first number and second number, and if that modulus gives you remainder as 0, then that is the LCM. That is this max number is the LCM of two numbers. I will show you this with execution. Okay, and if you print that LCM, then you need to break, because here we are using a condition such that while 1 means true, that means this while loop is always true. Why? Because we are continuously updating the max. How we are updating the max? Now if this condition goes wrong anywhere, that means max mod n1 is not 0, or max mod n2 is not 0, or both are not 0. Okay, in that condition we will update the max. As you update the max, that means as you increment the max number by 1, then once again we will check the condition. If again condition is false, we will update the max. In next iteration, if this condition goes true, then we will enter here and we will print the LCM. And since this condition is true always, we need to break this condition somewhere. And to break the condition, we are using the break statement, so that we will come out of the loop and we will end up with the program. So we will execute this with the help of small numbers. See students, we are using here small numbers so that within very less time period we can complete this execution. You can use or you can hand run this program on pen paper with the pen paper uh, for larger numbers as well, or you can go with a program editor so that you can debug the program and line by line you can check. Okay, you can put a watch there and you can check line by line program execution. So we will take two numbers n1 n2 and this max. So I'll take smaller numbers so that we can end up fast. So the one number is 3 and another number is 5, and I need to find out LCM of 3 and 5. Okay, so now just go with the first statement. Find out the max number out of 3 and 5. So which is the maximum number out of 3 and 5? 5 is the maximum number. So just put it in a max variable as 5. Okay. Now go with the condition while it is true. So it is always true. Now check with the condition if max mod n1. What is max? 5. Okay. 5 mod n1. That means 5. We will take here 5 mod. What is n1? N1 is 3. Okay. 5 mod n1 is 0. No, it is not 0. Again, max mod n2. Max is 5. 5 mod 5. It is 0. But since we need both the conditions true, and here one condition is false, one condition is true, we will come here and update the max. As you update the max, it will get updated as 6. And once again start from the condition max mod n1, 6 mod n1, that means 6 mod 3, it is 0, but 6 mod 5, it is not 0. Again condition is false, so update the max. Now update max is 7. 7 mod 3, it is 0, no. 7 mod 5, it is 0, no. Again update the max. Now our max is 8. Okay. 8 mod 3, it is 0, no. 8 mod 5, it is not also 0. So again update the max. Max is now 9. 9 mod 3, yes, it is 0. And 9 mod 5, it is not 0. So condition is false. So again update the max. Updated max is 10. 10 mod 3, no. 10 mod 5, yes, but still it is not satisfying the condition. 11 mod 3 and 11 mod 5, both are not 0. So again update. 12 mod 3, it is true, but 12 mod 5, it is not. So 13 mod 3, it is not 0, it is also not 0. So go to next, that is 14 mod 3 and 14 mod 5. Again update the max. Now it is 15 mod 3, yes, it is 0. Okay, 15 mod 3 is 0 and 15 mod 5 is also 0. Now here we are satisfying the condition, both the conditions. And since both the conditions are satisfied, then you can print the LCM. So what is the LCM now? LCM is 15. You need to print the max value, okay, this value. So print max as 15, which is LCM, and then it will execute the break so that this always true condition will end up here and we will come out of the loop. And this is how using simple loop you can execute it. Okay, so this is one way of execution. Another way of execution is calculating with the help of GCD. So again we are using same thing. Here also we are trying to find out the modulus of where we are taking a GCD of two numbers, and here we are using one particular condition to find out the GCD, to find out the LCM, and inside that condition we are trying to find out N1 mod the GCD which we have calculated and N2 mod, and if this condition is true then GCD is I, and as you find out the GCD you will get the LCM, right? So I found this is the simplest way to understand, but this using GCD calculation, this will give you fastest answer. Okay, so these are two ways of finding out the LCM, and whichever you feel easy. For now, for the beginners, this particular method is easy. So please try to write a program in any language with the help of this simple looping structure, and then try to write a program with the help of GCD calculation. Okay, so here we have done with the LCM, and for LCM once again now you are having one puzzle. As you know how to calculate LCM, so here is the puzzle for you. Prove that if the LCM of two numbers is equal to the square of their differences, please try to understand, read once again, then their GCD is the product of two consecutive integers. This thing you need to prove, and please try to solve this example and write in a comment section whatever answer you will get and how you have solved it. Please write the answer in comment section. Thank you for listening.